Hi, I'm Holly, and this is my review for the movie It's Kind of a Funny Story, written and directed by Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck. This movie is based off a book by an author named Ned Vizzini. I read the book a couple years ago, actually, and I fell in love with it, and I loaned it to all my friends, and I wrote reviews about it. I loved the book. It was amazing. When I heard it was going to be made into a movie, I had really high expectations, which you should never have in the first place. So the basic plot of the story is this. It's about a boy named Craig. He's 16 years old, lives in Brooklyn, and he goes to this very prestigious public school in New York called the whatever's professional something or other. The movie follows Craig after one night when he decides he wants to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, but instead he checks himself into a hospital and stays in the psych ward for the next 5 days. And you see all the people he meets, all these crazy people, and this girl, and he becomes friends with some of the people, and it's just, an adventure through the hospital or whatever. Basically, by the end of the story, Craig realizes that his problems really aren't that bad. He stresses out too much, and he has some issues to work through, but it's nothing compared to the things he saw with the people staying in the psych ward with him. They were all super crazy people, especially his best friend, Bobby, who really takes Craig under his wing and helps him get through the 5 days that he's spending in the psych ward. Alright, so here's the review. I generally love the movie. Granted, it's not going to win any Oscars, but it's exactly what I expected. It was a quirky, perfect depiction of this kid who just is finding himself. He's 16 years old, that's what you do, you find yourself, and it was a cute movie. One thing I really appreciated in the movie is that they didn't hype up the relationship between Craig and Noelle, another patient at the hospital. In the book, Craig tries to get this girl, Noelle, to like him, and she's messed up too, and they love each other, blah, blah, blah. But in the book, that relationship is really secondary to the relationship Craig has with everyone else in the hospital, all the other patients, and especially with Bobby. So I'm glad that the movie didn't make it into some cheesy romantic comedy, something or other, because that's just not what it was, and it would have taken away from Craig's experience at the hospital. Generally, the movie did stay faithful to the book, so I give the writers kudos for that. One thing that made the movie really special was the score, which was written by one of my favorite Canadian bands, Broken Social Scene. I think it really set the tone, it kept it light but serious at the same time. A new actor named Keir Gilchrist, something or other, played Craig, and I think he did an amazing job. Craig is just supposed to be this average, kind of dorky, not too smart, not too cute, not good at sports, not rich. He's just an average kid, and I think Keir did a really good job playing this adorably, lovably awkward kid without overdoing the quirkiness. Galifinakas played Bobby, Craig's emotionally distraught best friend who's like 40 or something, and he did such a good job. He didn't play that dorky, dopey, fat guy character that he usually plays like in The Hangover, and I think Zach was really believable as a messed up character, especially in this one scene. Bobby is really upset because he thinks he blew his chance at getting into a sober living home, and so he tears down the wall, tears down all this stuff, and the scene just got really intense and quiet, and I think it was such a good moment, and you really believe Zach's character is completely messed up. In a book, you can tell a lot of backstory, and then you can go into the actual plot, but in a movie, it's different. I think the way the movie incorporated Craig's old life back home into his stay at the hospital is really good. There's a lot of parts where Craig literally just pauses the movie and he remembers something about his friends or his school or his parents or something, and it really flowed nicely, and you got all the information that you would get in the book, but in a cinematic format. The movie is especially appropriate for this time because there's a lot of talk about suicide and depression and mental illness, and I think the movie did justice to the gravity of those topics. It took the mental illness and everything really seriously, but it kept it light and hopeful and quirky, and it's a movie you want to go watch and you want to laugh along with it. It's really cute, but it did have its serious moments, which was really nice, and I appreciated that because it is a serious story. And it's good that it was told in such a good way that makes people want to watch it. Ultimately, if you like fun, cute, teenage kind of movies, this is the movie you should watch. Like I said, it's not winning any Oscars anytime soon. It makes you feel the way you want a movie to make you feel. So go see it, go read the book. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.